Welcome back to another episode of Out Loud Geek, where we discuss news and views about pop culture, science fiction, fantasy, food, cooking, the outdoors, and more. It's time, once again, for those egocentric attention whores, Harry and Meghan. Meghan Markle has been noticeably absent from the spotlight as Prince Harry has embarked on a media tour for his latest tell-all book, Spare. His book, which was published on January 10th, sold 1.43 million copies during its first day on sale in the UK, the US, and Canada, making it the fastest-selling nonfiction book of all time. But despite the book's initial success, sources recently told The Telegraph that the Duchess, who is now 41 years old, may have raised concerns about whether the book was the right move. Meghan, who is viewed by many as being more media savvy than her husband, was apparently more wary than the Duke about this particular project. GB News host Dan Wooten called the Telegraph report absolutely fascinating because he felt it was the first sign of Meghan trying to distance herself from all of the collateral PR damage caused by Spare. Royal author Christopher Anderson, who recently wrote a book about King Charles III, told Fox News Digital that he was not surprised the former American actress is nowhere to be seen following the book's release. He suspects that she is sending a clear message that the book is Harry's work alone. He said, Meghan clearly doesn't want to make it look as if she's somehow manipulating Harry or that she's had a hand in shaping his memoirs. The Sussexes are very sensitive to the fact that their critics believe that she has some mesmeric sway over him. The fact is, this is Harry's story, and for better or worse, he has to own it. But Kinsey Schofield, a royal expert and host of the To Die For Daily podcast, told Fox News Digital that she believes there are elements of Spare that have Meghan's fingerprints all over it. She explained that the most obvious indication would be providing Harry with private correspondences she received from Catherine, the Princess of Wales, to explain the excerpts that detail alleged tense texts between the royal wives. But regardless of any input or influence from Meghan, Harry does indeed have to now own it. And I really don't think that he considered all of the possible ramifications that could result from the publication of his book. Anderson also believes there's a good reason why the former Suits star may have allegedly been wary about some of the content in Spare. He said that what may be most concerning to both Harry and Meghan is the blowback that they have gotten from people in the military who feel he was ill-advised to write about some of his specific details while he served in Afghanistan. He also couldn't imagine that if they had to do it over, that Meghan in particular would just as soon have had Harry leave those types of details out of the book. As the saying goes, hindsight is always 20/20. And this is precisely what I talked about a few weeks ago in my video entitled Spare, Prince Harry Accused of Turning Against British Military by Retired Colonel. Harry did not have anyone from the military review what he wrote in the book to ensure that it wouldn't be damaging to the military or to himself, which was totally stupid. To promote his book Spare, Harry, who is now 38 years old, made solo appearances on ITV in the UK, as well as CBS's 60 Minutes, Good Morning America, and The Late Show with Stephen Colbert in the US. By comparison, when Meghan launched her Archetypes podcast, Harry made a comical cameo in the episode featuring Serena Williams. Additionally, when she promoted her children's book The Bench at a New York school, Harry was on site to support his spouse. The outlet also pointed out that when Meghan spoke to The Cut magazine, Harry appeared from somewhere in the house to tell the journalist that his wife had complained after her photo shoot that she was a mom, not a model. To which Harry said, "You can be both." Royal expert Shannon Felton said that the book was always Harry's thing in the same way that the podcast was always Meghan's. She went on to say that their PR strategy has never made sense to her, nor has it made any sense to me. She further said that they are clearly trying to build a Harry and Meghan brand, as well as a separate Harry brand and a separate Meghan brand. And if that's true, it's very confusing. She then asked, the question is, what about an Archewell brand? The book has definitely hit their brand. She then goes on to say that in her estimation, they had everything they wanted 1 month ago after their Netflix documentary, which she believes garnered them a lot of sympathy in the US. While I believe she's clearly wrong about the increased US sympathy, given how poorly their Netflix docuseries was received both critically and by the public at large, I do agree with her assessment that Harry's book damaged their reputations and that his press tour has indeed been an absolute cringe fest. Following the book's publication, several royal experts wondered whether Spare and its shocking claims would threaten the pair's chances of becoming a power couple in Hollywood. Hilary Fordwich said, "Since few would refute the assumption that Meghan is rather smart, perhaps she has witnessed their plummeting popularity in both the US and the UK. She can see that the ever-popular, and by some claims her rival, Catherine, Princess of Wales, is rising above the drama as several outlets have reported. She has been keeping calm and carrying on. She was back visiting a hospital in Liverpool and a nursery in Luton. While she's onward and upward, Meghan is sliding downward and dejected, perhaps." Fordwich went on to say, "Perhaps Meghan, in addition to reading the polls, has heard of the great greeting Catherine received with huge cheers from the awaiting crowd when she arrived in Liverpool. So while Harry is whining and complaining, Catherine is focusing on others, working hard, doing her duty, and raising her family. Catherine has not been complaining, and perhaps Meghan has seen how well this has served both her and the Queen Consort, Camilla. Being a dedicated mother, wife, daughter-in-law, public speaker, and community worker, in other words, doing one's duty, are greatly admired on both sides of the Atlantic, as polls have shown. Meghan might be watching. And in my own opinion, if Meghan isn't watching the royals, then she's a fool. But I'm pretty sure that's probably what she is actually doing. But I really couldn't say the same thing about Harry. Harry made a number of damning allegations in his book, claiming that there's a toxic relationship between the monarchy and the press that includes members of the royal family allegedly leaking unflattering information about other members in exchange for positive coverage for themselves. Harry specifically singled out his stepmother Camilla, the Queen Consort, claiming that she had done this. Harry dominated his personal story with an alleged rivalry between himself and his elder brother Prince William, who is the heir to the British throne. He also talked about the death of their mother, Princess Diana, in 1997, when Harry was 12 years old at the time. The Telegraph has noted that despite the book's popularity, approval ratings for Harry and Meghan have fallen on both sides of the pond. And Harry, throughout his various interviews to promote his book, claims that he wants to restore his relationship with his father and his older brother, Prince William. But here's the problem with him saying that. It's hypocritical for him to continually publicly accuse his family of various wrongdoings. If he truly wanted to heal the wounds that now exist between himself and his family, then he shouldn't be continually talking badly about them. But his actions and the various accusations that he and Meghan have both been publicly making against the royal family show his desire for reconciliation to be disingenuous. Regardless of what Harry truly wants, he's made it quite apparent that he only wants it on his own terms and nothing else, and the same could be said for Meghan. But as I have said in previous videos, the rest of the royal family is carrying on with their duties while Harry and Meghan's only duties appear to be whining and complaining. If they want to have a better future for themselves, then maybe they should stop whining, complaining, and making accusations at every possible opportunity. Even if there is any truth to their accusations, surely there was also positive moments with the royal family. So instead of always focusing on the negative, maybe they should remember the positive things as well. Thanks for watching today, and a huge thanks to everyone who has subscribed to our channel. We appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, and please feel free to share a comment. If you'd like to see more of our videos in the future and help support this channel, please press the red subscribe button, and please press the bell to receive notifications for new content. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter by clicking on the links in the description. Until next time, this is Out Loud Geek.